What's going on, guys? Seth here. I owed Ken this video for about, God, how long has it been now? About 2 weeks now. Doing a different type of format. I got the camera aimed straight down at the table, so hopefully you guys will have a better view of what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. So, right off the bat, this is the, I have to get used to this. This is the Fox 599 XT. It is a Karambit. It is it's a defense knife, but it also has other purposes, which I'll be getting into later in the video. If you don't want to watch a long knife video with a lot of talking, you might want to just hit that X button up there right now, because I do plan to talk a lot. First of all, this was gifted to me by Ken, the Backyard Samurai. I really got to get used to this camera angle. It is, there we go. I'll have all the specs and dimensions and the in the opening and in the description. So let's just get right into it. The overall open, it's about, let's see here, what is that, about 6 inches, if my yardstick is accurate. The scales are very grippy. I'll go ahead and start with that. So if you plan on wearing this with dress pants, anything that's fragile, be aware this is going to wear your pants a little bit, your pocket at least. You got a finger hole here, jimping, very grippy. I've actually put my hands in water and then did that just to see how well it would grip. Awesome, perfect grip. The clip is reversible and you do get 2 of them. As you can see, it doesn't sit too deep in the pocket, which allows you to reach the finger hole to deploy it easily. You got a lock system here for when the blade's open or closed. So if you really want to practice and get good at this, once you deploy it, you know, try to lock it in place, because that will make sure the blade does not close on you while you're doing whatever you're doing. And we know what this is for. I'm not going to be doing any slashing tests with meat or anything. No animals, anything like that. I've never even cut with this thing before. I've shaved some hair. I won't be cutting the paper because I want to maintain the factory edge as long as I possibly can. This is a carry knife that I carry for self-defense. This isn't something I carry to open up boxes or cut tapes on envelopes or anything like that. It is a defense knife. So the way it works, when the blade's closed like this and you're carrying it in the pocket and you use your finger to pull up, this hook catches on your pocket and deploys. Now the thing about these knives, when you first get them, they are very stiff as far as the action, so you're gonna have to work with it, get used to it. I tried all of these screws up here to try to loosen up the action. The only one that actually loosened it up a little bit was this one, and it made the lock easier, because before it was kind of grinding and scratching when you push the lock in, and now you notice the blade started to drop a little bit, so it's starting to loosen up a little bit. So that's a good deal. And like I said, it has the Emerson Wave on it, if that means anything to you guys. It's patent 5878.500. Fox Knives, Maniago, Italy. Great knife. Like I said, it was gifted to me by Backyard Samurai, which is Ken. And it's just a great knife. It's razor sharp. It does have a glass breaker on it. Right there. And it is very pointy. If you touch yourself with this, if you touch yourself with it, you're probably going to end up scratching yourself, because it does have a pretty sharp little point. And I've walked by at work, I've waved it off my pocket, blade comes open, as I'm putting it back up, I'll bump into a box or whatever just to mess around. If you really wanted to, you could use both the clips on this at the same time, just to be able to be, you know, more universal. Personally, I carry mine in my right pocket. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to carry mine in my right pocket. Now, as far as deploying it, when compared to something like the Spyderco Carahawk, this is a clone, you see how easy that opened and how easy the blade drops on these? You're not going to get that same smoothness with this, at least not out of the box. You're going to have to work with it, which means if you just think you're just going to yank this up and it's going to deploy every single time, a lot of times you're going to get this. It's halfway open, and if you're good, you can just kind of pop it with your hand, know where your blade is. But I think Ken nicked his side of his hand or something when he was messing around. So you got to be careful when you wave this off. Like I was telling Ken, wait for the click. If you don't hear it do that, then don't put your hand down here. And I'll have a couple of shots of me here in a second waving it off some workout pants. But great knife. I love it. It's a great carry option. If you notice one thing, like which one of these has that scarier, I'm a psycho killer look to it? The darkened black or this ultra shiny Karambit? If you had to use this in a defensive situation and you actually had to kill somebody, or you had to wound somebody, you had to do something to somebody with one of these knives, which one would you rather, the prosecution or the whatever holding up in court? The dark one, which is very unassuming. I mean, this one has what I call a classy look to it. Even the scale, see how the black of the clip is like different color black than the scales. It's like almost like a dress knife. I wear this with dress clothes most of the time, and while it does require a little bit more of a turn in the pocket to catch that hook, it goes with dressier attire. Karambit just has that shiny, scary, menacing look to it, and you don't really want to, if you have to use this, I would rather be carrying this than this if I had to use it against somebody. That's just me. So let's get into waving it off the pants, shall we? Let me adjust my camera a little bit. So hold on just 1 second. We're going to put the knife on my pocket right here. As you can see, it's kind of just blends in. And I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But you can barely see it on these black pants right here. Anyway, we're going to wave it off. Hear that click? And my hand's right where it's supposed to be. And if you're holding it like this, especially at night, no one's going to be able to see this in your hand. When you get into all of this, back and forth, and you're using this at night, because I doubt anyone's going to try to jump you in the parking lot during the day, but hey, you never know. Most of the time someone comes up on you, they're going to be waiting for it to be dark, which is also why I prefer the black blade on this. See how unassuming that is? You just can't really see it. All you can see is the shine where it's been sharpened right here, which I have not touched the blade as far as sharpening it. But you go over to the Karambit, look how that just stands out. See how you can see that coming a mile away. See there? But with this, it just blends in. Now let's go back to the overhead view. Alright, so we're back above the paper. And I just want to wrap up. This is a perfect carry option. In my left hand anyway. Look how it just blends in. Like, it doesn't just stand out. This thing over here is reflecting light. It's screaming, hey, I have a knife. But on the other hand, you may find yourself wanting to be more of a deterrence than actual combat. Me, I prefer being ready for the real thing. But both of them are great knives. But we're reviewing the Fox 599 XT. I don't have a regular 599 to compare it to. I'll just use what Ken said. It's a regular 599 on steroids. But honestly, I think the only difference is the lock back is not a liner lock like the regular 599 is. There's no lock in here. It's a lock back, and you have the glass breaker. And the scales may be a little bit different. I may be wrong. But that's it, guys. I want to thank Ken for getting me this knife. Appreciate it, buddy. And we'll see you next time. Peace.